Welcome back all of you. We begin with activity 1.3, chapter number 1, science, class 10. Now this is again an important activity. First you will have to learn this statement. Whenever any metal reacts with acid, generally due to this reaction, we see the salt of metal is formed and very important, hydrogen gas is released at the end of the reaction. Now, all the metals definitely react with acid, but few metals like gold, copper, silver, platinum, mercury do not react with acid because they are less reactive than hydrogen. Okay, coming back to our activity, here they have taken the reaction of zinc either with hydrochloric acid, which is HCl, or zinc with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Any one out of two reactions can be done. It is not compulsory. Any one of your choice you can prepare. So zinc, when reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms a salt called zinc chloride with the release of hydrogen gas. This reaction you will have to balance because here both chlorine and hydrogen are two atoms. So on the reactant side, put a 2 here, and here the reaction is balanced. But if you want to directly get an answer, directly react zinc with sulfuric acid, you will get a salt called zinc sulfate, ZnSO4, with the release of hydrogen gas. This reaction is already balanced, so you don't need to balance it again. Now, the most important questions which can be asked from this activity are: what is the type of change you see during this reaction? So first of all, exothermic reaction है, heat is released. Once this reaction is done, if you touch the test tube from outer side, you feel that the test tube has become warm. This shows that the reaction is exothermic. Along with that, we can also say there is a release of hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas released becomes the most important part of this reaction. So don't forget, it is exothermic and it releases hydrogen gas. Another question which can be asked is, what type of reaction it is? You can say displacement. See, here zinc displaces hydrogen, right? Hydrogen को वो remove करता है और उसकी जगह पर zinc आके and it forms a salt called zinc chloride. So we can say zinc is more reactive than hydrogen, and so it is displacing hydrogen from its place, and it is an example of displacement reaction. Correct? Next comes, very important, how do you test the gas? Now once this activity is done, hydrogen gas is colorless, odorless, so you will never be able to detect it. How will you feel or how will you ensure the presence of hydrogen? See, take a burning ice matchstick and take it near the hydrogen gas. If the gas burns with the pop sound, very important children, I repeat, hydrogen gas ka characteristic quality is, if you bring a burning sphincter near hydrogen gas, it burns with a pop sound. And this pop sound production is basically, you say, is a surety that the gas released during this reaction is hydrogen. Okay? So again I repeat what you have to remember here. It is an example of exothermic reaction because at the end heat is released. It also releases hydrogen gas. It can be an example of displacement reaction because zinc, being more reactive than hydrogen, displaces it. And very important, how do you test hydrogen? Not only for this chapter, but throughout chemistry you should remember, hydrogen is always checked by putting a burning matchstick, and if it produces a pop sound, the gas released is hydrogen. Okay, so gas burns with a pop sound.